How are you? Okay, we got that going. And now all you need is me, right? Let me just be sure we're good here. All right. Okay, Jeff, I am going to admit you and then make you the co-host real quick.
Okay.
And then, all right, guys, just hold on 1 second. It just takes a little bit to get everything up and going here. All right, you can accept that.
Okay.
And then let everyone in the room.
I will do it.
Hello, guys. How are you? I can see you all coming in. So fun to see. Jeff, will you look at the YouTube camera? Just make sure that it's good now that I'm standing here.
Yep.
If you have to adjust it at all.
There you go. Right
How's
there.
everybody doing? Who's ready to get rid of their sweet tooth once and for all? Raise your hand. Good. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you with that because I have done a lot of research when it comes to our health. And the one thing that I can say is sugar is taking us down. All right? So you have to pay attention to how much sugar you're eating if you want to move towards better health. And so what I want to explain before we begin, a couple things talking about, the actual recipes and all that. I want to explain to you some things so you can maybe visualize this when you are eating sugar. So what happens is when your body eats sugar, your brain tells your body to release insulin. Insulin tells your cell to take in the energy, all right, from the sugar, the food you're eating. So that's all good until your cell is full. Are you still admitting people, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay, I see some things up there, good.
Yep.
Until your cell is full. So if you have eaten so much sugar that your cell can't take in any more sugar, that sugar starts going out into your bloodstream and literally wreaks havoc throughout your entire body, causing inflammation and different things. So I know sugar can really, it's actually a very touchy subject for people. They're like, don't mess with my sugar, because you know what? It is addicting. And so breaking free of an addiction is hard. Sometimes we want to even deny, right? So maybe if you're one of those people who really has an issue with sugar, you could say right now, my name is blank and I am a sugar addict. Or better yet, my name is blank and I used to be. I used to be a sugar addict, but I'm no longer. This is my year, this is my time, and I'm going to break free. I don't want to have to go on meds because of, different illnesses. I don't want to have to prick my finger and test every day how my blood sugar levels are. So you came here today and you're expecting to see some healthy dessert recipes. I'm going to tell you about those, but really even more, I'm going to give you some really quick, simple things that you can do when you are really feeling that urge to have something sweet. All right? Sound good? Now, if you're on Zoom, there's a little chat button down below. Feel free to chat in. Let me know if you have questions, if I'm moving too fast, whatever it is, okay? And the good news is, my husband is here, and he can read the chats, because there is not a chance in the world I could read what you guys are writing over there, but he's here to help me today. And I also want to tell you that if you are hearing things today and you're like, oh, this is helpful, but I need more, I want more, don't worry. We have a retreat, January 22nd, 23rd, coming up really soon. We still have some space available, and it's completely free. It's again on Zoom, and so you can join that for free. If you go to faithfulworkoutsplan.com, click on January retreat, you enter your email, and then that's all you need to do. No credit card, nothing like that. You don't even have to be a member, but we do have a free 30-day trial membership going on as well. We've got so many great things going on here. We've got half off our annual membership, so it's less than $3 a month now. All of it, okay? So, I'm going to show you how to make something, and when I first said it to my husband, he kind of went, even for you that sounds kind of weird, Michelle. Like, I know you make some odd things, but that sounds weird. Has anyone ever done black bean brownies? Anybody? Raise your hand or tell me.
Somebody's right. Yeah, somebody has.
If you have done them, tell me what you thought of them. Oh yeah, I see another thumbs up over there if you want to chat in what you thought of them. And I'm going to show you how to make these. Now, believe me, just because they have black beans in them doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be healthier, depending on the recipe you're looking at. What you want to look at really with recipes is how much sugar are they putting in. And by sugar, I'm including agave, maple syrup, honey, stevia, artificial sweeteners, basic white sugar, brown sugar. And a lot of times people think brown sugar is healthier than white sugar. Brown sugar is just simply white sugar with molasses stirred in. So, and the other thing is, when we're trying to break free from sugar, we need to break free from the sweet. As long as you're constantly taking that in, you're going to want more. And the problem is you're missing out on so many other flavors. When all we're doing is putting sugar in everything, we're utilizing kind of our sweet taste buds, but we're not using anything else. And you're missing out on so many more flavors that are available. And so anyway, I'll talk more about that, but I'm going to start showing you how to make this recipe. And then I want you to stay here with me as I tell you a little bit more about some other tips that I do. When I'm done, I am going to send this out. So if you're on our email list, I will send you out the black bean recipe and some of these other tips. Okay, so you don't have to be, so crazy writing it down, but if you want to make them today or tomorrow, write it down because I won't get this done. I got some plans tonight, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start. Now, what I'm going to be doing is using a food processor. You can hand mash and you can stir all of it as well, but this to me just makes it a little bit easier. And I'm starting out with a can, and I'm using some organic black beans. You want to be sure they are BPA free, and you want to drain them really well. One of the things, it might seem like you might know this, but what I do is when I'm draining, I cut the lid almost all the way off. Do you see how it's just barely holding on there? And then I take it to the sink and I flip it upside down and I shake hard and I kind of push down on it so I don't get too much of that liquid in there. I don't want that liquid. I just want the black beans right now, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump one 15-ounce can of black beans into my food processor. I'm going to just add then I have 3 eggs here, okay? So make my 3 eggs. 3 medium-sized eggs. I'm going to put them in there. And then at this point, if you want, you don't really have to food process the rest, but I am about keeping everything as much as I can in very few dishes. So I'm going to put everything into the processor. But I'm going to stop here. So I've got my 3 kind of medium-sized eggs in here with kind of hard shells, it seems. We used to have chickens, and it was so fun to walk down there and go see the chickens and get their fresh eggs. There was just something about it. I felt like, Green Acres, maybe? I don't know. Like some type of a show where it was like, I'm a farmer. Mind you, we're not on a farm. But, okay, so just hold on 1 second as I just blend this a little bit. Okay. Great. So, you can see it's kind of all smooth now. No more chunks. And then really all we're going to do is to add in the rest of the ingredients and then cook them. So what I have here is a 1/3 cup of cacao powder. Do I have it here?
Yeah.
Right here. Okay? This stuff will be your getting off sugar friend because this makes you believe you're eating something chocolatey, but it has no sugar in it. I do it a lot in smoothies with like bananas and maybe some almond milk and peanut butter. And you see, because your eyes play a role in what you're eating, you see that kind of chocolatey look and you start to go, oh, this is satisfying me. Okay, so I'm putting in my cacao powder. And then I have vanilla here, okay? And we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I don't measure very many things typically when I cook, but when I do measure, I love that I have these little spoons because my mom gave them to me like so long ago, and they say like faith, hope, love on them. Such a great little reminder of my mom. She's still alive, and I'm so thankful for that. She's 90 years old. All right, baking powder. Now, I was just researching the difference because I'm not really a baker, but I was researching the difference between baking powder and baking soda. And I don't understand it. It's something like if you're using liquid to activate it. I kind of always thought they could just be used a little interchangeably. I don't know, 1/2 teaspoon, okay? I do know that it kind of lets things rise a little bit. Now, I have 3 tablespoons of the recipe would typically tell you to use a flavorless oil, which you could. I'm using coconut oil. Avocado oil would be another good one. Olive oil does at times, especially the really good olive oil, have a little bit of a unique flavor that you may not want to put into it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 3 tablespoons coconut oil. I like that coconutty taste. All right. Then I've got a half a ripe banana. You want to make them kind of soft almost, you know, so I'm going to go ahead, dump that in there. Then maple syrup is the sweetener I'm going to use in addition to the banana. And I definitely, if you're going to use maple syrup, make sure it's pure, okay? Don't get that like Aunt Jemima and all that. I mean, she's really cute and everything, but her syrup is not good. Hey Jeff, is that YouTube one okay for seeing what I'm doing down here too?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And I'm putting in 2 tablespoons. And that is for the whole bunch there. So just 2 tablespoons. And then we're almost done. This part is an option, okay? It is instant coffee. And I love kind of a mocha flavor. Not everybody does, so you don't have to. And it's 1 teaspoon of instant coffee.
Michelle, how much banana?
A half a banana I put in there. All right, that just gives it a little bit more depth to that kind of flavor we're looking for. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that up. Right there. Okay, there's our batter. Now, I have here these dark chocolate chips. I had a bag here, I thought, oh, here that is. It's a little torn apart, but I want you to see. This is Ghirardelli. It has 60% cacao in it. The more cacao, kind of the better it is for you. And it's a bittersweet chocolate. Let me go grab a dish real quick. Okay, 1 second. Okay, right there. Okay, forgot this. It's always helpful when you're making brownies to have a dish. So mine are a little bit bigger. Sometimes you have like those mini ones. If you want to make, you could take those and put them in your food processor and chop them up even a little bit more. I kind of like it to have a bigger kind of bite right there of this dark chocolate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dump these in here because I don't want to break them up into 2 little pieces and give it a good stir. All right. Then I'm going to use parchment paper. Parchment paper has become my recent friend. I would see recipes with parchment paper and I'd either just ignore them because they had parchment paper or I wouldn't do it. But what I kind of like is they really come out so nice. Anybody else a parchment paper user? Like I made these zucchini parmesan chips, yeah? Okay, zucchini parmesan chips before and they would stick to the pan and then I have to clean it all. And then I did it on this and it was so much easier. Okay, so let me take this now and scoop it in here. And then you would want, you'll kind of see maybe the consistency here. Okay, just like that. You would preheat your oven to 375 and then cook them depending on how you like them. If you like them more kind of gooey, about 30 minutes. If you like them a little bit crispier like I do, then you would do 40 minutes. Okay, so you can see, there's not that much unhealthiness going on here. A little bit of sugar is okay. Like I said, your body can convert it to energy when it's not too much. Okay?
So was that a half a cup of chocolate chips?
Oh, sorry, yes, it was a half a cup.
Okay.
All right, so you just kind of have to make sure you push your parchment paper down into the corners, and it is ready to go. All right, I'm just gonna, no, where put my spoon? Okay, just do that. So there you go. I'm a mess, aren't I? I have to laugh because my husband's here too. I'm kind of messy. Like I'm not dirty, but I can definitely at the end of the day, you can almost see like everything I've done and where I've gone. My son Quinn and I are like that. Anyone else like that? Like, you know, okay, yeah, some of you are, you know, and my husband will be like, hey, there's a place for everything and everything has a place. And I'm like, yeah, tonight at 8 o'clock p.m., we'll find that place. Today, in the middle of the day, I'm just dropping things. Okay, so there we go. This is kind of nice because I have, there's a couple coming over tonight. We're going for a huge hike, and then I'm going to make this Asian stir fry that it's so darn good. And then I can even have dessert, and people will be shocked I never have dessert in my house. But anyway, there's that. Let me rinse my hand. I'll be right back. All right. So now what to do is just share with you some of my go-to when I don't want to make a whole dessert, but I just want something, okay? And these are so easy to make. I've got some little bowls here. Let me show you how easy these are. So dried fruit can be really good. It can also be bad. One of the things I want you to look at whenever you're buying dried fruit is make sure there's no added sugar. I'm like, the last thing you need to dried fruit is added sugar. And the other thing is they will put in a chemical, I'm trying to blank on the name, sodium something, do you remember it, Jeff?
Dioxide, isn't it?
Sodium dioxide. And it's what happens is it will keep the fruit to keep its color and everything. So do you see this apricot? It's kind of brown, right? These aren't like bright orange. This is the color your dried apricot should be. A little harder to find, but most stores have them. Because the last thing we want to do is put all those the chemicals in our body. So when you're buying dried fruit, really look to see what's in it. Okay? As you should with everything. You should always be looking at your ingredients. Then I've got unsweetened coconut here. Just little shavings of coconut. So I'm going to go ahead and just get out a tiny bit here. Put it in my little bowl there. And then what's so easy, now watch how long this dessert takes for you to make, okay? Anybody got a stopwatch? All right, ready, set, go. I take some peanut butter, and I smear it on my apricot, and I dip it in the coconut, and I have dessert. That can be all you need after a meal, guys. And you might be thinking, that is absolutely not gonna help. Try it with an open mind. And the thing is, when you take and you eat something that's sweet like this, let it, be with it. Don't just pop it in and go. Just go, oh yeah, look at all that flavor in there. And I promise you, this has so much more flavor, I think, than like ice cream or something like that. There's you'll taste that apricot-y goodness and the nuts. And when you use peanut butter, look at your ingredients. What should be in it? Hydrogenated oil? No. Sugar? No. Okay? It should be like nuts and salt. That's it. Okay? So check for that. But that is one I highly recommend. All right? So very similar to that.
Can I eat that?
What?
Can I eat
You
that?
can eat that, Jeffrey. He loves when I do the cooking shows because he gets to eat. Okay, well, if anyone was with us on last Sunday, I was cooking. You were there? Okay, good. Yeah, other people were there. I was cooking and he was eating. I made 9 meals. I'm not exaggerating because I had kids here and everything too. The next morning, all I had left was some vegetable soup. I'm like, I made 9 meals. They're all gone, okay? But that's good. It was all good, healthy stuff. And actually my son, the stuffed pepper that we made, my son took it to work and loved it. So, okay, now these are the other thing I want to show you. These are dates. There's different types of dates. I love the medjool. I think that's how you say it.
Jewel.
Medjool, something like that. Okay, so date. You want to be sure that your date does not have a pit in the center. Okay, right here. That's in there. This is another story. One time I was making a brownie and I was using dates and that was the only form of sweetness I was putting it in there. So I put it in the blender and I was blending it up and I heard a noise that I thought, well, that's probably not good. Those dates had pits in it. Well, here's my logic. Fiber, it's good. Let's blend it longer, we'll be fine. I sent a brownie with my son to school the next day and he comes over and he goes, Mom, what was in that brownie? It was like a big chunk of wood. I go, oh, that was the pit. And he goes, you knew? I go, yeah, I knew. I knew it was in there, but I thought it'd be just fine. All right, so the next thing here I'm gonna go now is we've got just another really quick one. And all I have here is this date, and I've taken the seed out. Then I'm gonna take, and then right in the center, again, I love peanut butter, almond butter, whatever, that, okay? I'm gonna do a little sprinkle of cinnamon, just like that. And then I have some chopped pecans. And I just think pecans have so much flavor to them. I put some pecans right in the center there. I mean, come on, it's like a little boat. How cute is that? It's like, all right, Jeff.
Thanks, hon.
And you can be the judge. Jeff will tell you which
The first
one's
one
better.
was awesome.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes in the morning, I usually teach a class, a workout class, either at 7:30 or 8:30. And so I don't want to eat a lot, but I a lot of times want a little something. So I'll literally have like 1 apricot with a little peanut butter And it's just enough to kind of get your system, you know, breaking the fast, starting it up again, but it doesn't, it's not too much. 1 apricot. Doesn't fill you or anything. Okay, couple other pointers here. This is kind of fun because it's in a little Asian package. I love going to the Asian grocery stores. This is Tapioca Pearls. Anybody remember eating tapioca when you were little? Like, I felt like it was like when I was 10, I used to make tapioca or something. Tapioca is something I've come back to lately. And I'm not saying it's like, oh, this is the healthiest thing you can eat. But as far as a great dessert, especially, John, I think someone's trying to join in again. Especially if you have people who are gluten-free, dairy-free, it can be a little hard to get a dessert. So when I was just down in Florida with my parents and Jeff's mom and my family, I made tapioca because we have big-time food allergies going on. And what I do is I use probably 1/3 of what they said, maybe less for sugar. I barely put any sugar in it, but then I would put fruit in it. At one point I replaced a little bit of the milk with just a splash of orange juice. And don't judge me on this one, I actually used Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur, or like a Grand Marnier. My mom's from Austria, and she used to cook breakfast for us, and they were bananas with Grand Marnier. Like, she didn't think there was anything wrong with that when we were little kids. So we would have bananas and Grand Marnier. So Grand Marnier has never been like a Cointreau, like an alcohol to me. It's more of a flavor. And so anyway, you can try putting that into your tapioca. So go back to tapioca. Another one, guys, remember I talked about using these dark chocolate pieces. What you can do is literally put like 1 tablespoon in a microwave. Let it melt, just don't overdo it. That's the thing. You almost want to take them out where they're still kind of in the shape of a morsel and really stir, because if they burn, it ain't pretty. It does not taste good at all. So you have this tiny bit of chocolate, and then you take some strawberries and just dip it in, and you can eat that, or some banana, something like that. Sometimes I'll make them up and, you know, put like a banana, frozen banana, put in the freezer. You know, after you put the chocolate on, can be really good. It's funny. I was thinking back when I was little, and my parents, we used to go out for ice cream. And I can remember never wanting to really get ice cream. And my parents would almost be like, what's wrong with you? Why don't you want ice cream? I always want the chocolate-covered frozen banana. I always have loved that little bit of chocolate with some fruit. And then you freeze it, and it's so good. Another thing for a great dessert are popsicles. You can make homemade popsicles. Go online. I think someone's trying to get in again, Jeff. And look up popsicles. Popsicle things. This is what I make my popsicles out of. Okay, so it's really fun. You have this, you can blend up, like almost like you would a smoothie, maybe some yogurt, some banana, and some mango. Put it in here, and then put your little thing in, and then you put it in the freezer. This actually has a little stand it goes on, and you can have popsicles. And the fun thing about a popsicle is it takes a long time to eat. You can make a fudgesicle almost using like that brownie recipe kind of. I mean, we won't put that. So you could do like a fudgesicle with the cacao powder and banana and all of that and do it. So just some other fun ways to make desserts. I think, guys, you know, that's about it for today. I've just 2 questions. Yes, start typing in your questions, guys. Anything at all.
Can you show a close-up of the chocolate chip bag and also the cocoa powder bag?
You got it. Close up. And
Move your, there you go.
is that any better?
60%.
60% cacao. It's a Ghirardelli bittersweet.
And then the organic cacao.
This right here, you can, I mean, I don't know if that light's, can I see it okay, Jeff? On your
Yes.
screen? Yeah, you can
Yep.
see it? Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's Navitas organic cacao powder.
Yeah, and I think I actually got this on Amazon, like during COVID, when I wasn't, like, trying to go to the store, so.
And then also the eggs, free range organic.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I try to buy specifically organic eggs. You know, there's certain things that organic isn't that much more, like eggs, you know, so you can get eggs $2.99. I got these today on sale, a dozen eggs for $3.49 organic. Like your black beans, that can of black beans for an organic is 99 cents. So, you know, it's not a ton more. I know it gets hard to buy everything organic, and I definitely can't do that, but I can, you know, little things like that I'm happy to. Organic carrots and zucchini, they're typically not a lot more either. Any other questions there, guys?
No.
Who's going to the retreat on the 22nd? Anybody? Go ahead and shout in. Oh, you got some hands coming up.
Good.
Good. Have you invited friends? Okay, good. 2 of them, good. That is what I really am asking of you guys, is to invite your friends to anything with Faithful Workouts, because, you know, there's a lot of people walking around out there who don't know Jesus. And they might have like a passion for trying to lose weight. And I feel like sometimes losing weight is this dangling carrot, you know, that will bring people in. For so long, I didn't even want to talk about the weight, but I realized that's what can bring people in. And it's not a bait and switch, because I am helping you with losing weight, but I'm going to get you to rethink a whole bunch of things when it comes to life. Because here's the deal, guys. People are dying every day who don't know Jesus. And that really gets to me. It's those people who have never even heard the message. They've never even heard the truth. And they have no idea. So anyway, if you can invite them, I'll tell them all about Jesus. And then maybe you can do workouts with them and you start telling them more about Jesus. Because he's a game changer. He's what everybody needs. You want help with your fitness? You want help with everything in your relationships? Jesus. All right. So I hope to see you again on the 22nd, and this was fun. If you have any more questions, you can always send me an email, michelle@faithfulworkouts.com. Thanks. See ya. Bye-bye, everybody. It's so fun to see everybody. In the retreat, I'm going to actually talk to you more. You're going to be able to participate and speak. We're going to go off into small groups, all of that. But today I had a lot I wanted to get done, so it's just kind of me talking to you. Okay, bye-bye.